If you've struggled with stress, balance, or burnout, and simply feel discouraged or even defeated, and if you're ready to move from force to flow and enjoy ultimate Zen success in your career, health, or relationships, then the Zen Success Show is for you. Your host, Carissa Sims, is an entrepreneur, corporate consultant, best-selling author, meditation teacher, and healer who has found her own Zen success. Here's your host, Carissa Sims.
Welcome to this week's episode of Zen Success. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Karen Pudetti.
Hi.
Karen, yay, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's the little things. It's the little things to celebrate. Okay, let me share a little bit about Karen. She has such an incredible story. She came straight out of college into a highly successful accounting career in corporate, including working for several Fortune 500 companies. But it wasn't like her fire. It wasn't like what she was excited about. So she decided to venture out on her own. Very brave. She knew at 19, she wanted to be her own boss and work in the beauty industry. So Karen went back to school and received her electrolysis certification, wax, and aesthetic licenses. Also, she knew she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That's actually part of the reason I became an entrepreneur as well, working out of the house just 2.5 days a week. She soon was making over $100,000 a year. The small salon building she ultimately took over couldn't even accommodate the growth of the luxe salon, spa, and laser. And next thing she knew, she was at 9,000 square feet and expanding. Not only has Karen built a multi-million beauty business from the ground up, she also has a highly successful clothing line. Oh my gosh, it's called Badass Clothing Inc. And a course, Rags to Riches in Action. I'm going to have to take this course that guides leaders step by step to financial abundance. And today she's here to tell us about the inspiring beauty luminaries in her book, Rags to Riches, How Beauty Icons Made It Big. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you for having me. I was so excited to be here today.
Oh, yeah, it's so great. And where are you calling from? Are you on the East Coast?
Yes, I'm in upstate New York, Rochester, New York.
Okay, wonderful. And how's the weather there? Is it pretty warm this time of year?
Generally, we right now, because of the fires in Canada,
Yes.
we're having that smoke come through.
Oh, yeah. And you're fairly close to that, relatively speaking, right?
Up right over the lake, basically Lake Ontario. So it's getting better, but for like the last 3 or 4 days, they really want you to stay inside. They don't want you to go outside at all. It was that bad.
Wow. The air quality is that bad.
Yeah.
Well, that can really, I mean, you probably love going outside, right? Is that?
Oh, yeah. I walk my dog a couple times a day just going outside. I love being outside. So even the pets aren't supposed to be going outside as well. So it's strange, but when you go out, you smell like there's a campfire like right next to you or something. This is the first time we've ever experienced this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty insane because, if you think about how you smell when you go camping, you have the fire, it's so bad. It's like you can't get it out for days.
No.
And that's what you're living in. Yeah. And they say it's affecting us here in Colorado. I do feel like my eyes a little bit, but it's not as bad because it's more directly in line with where you are, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't even see like the sun a couple days ago. It looked pinkish red just because of the smog and smoke and stuff. It was quite the sight.
That's wild. It's like the end of the world.
Yeah.
Something, the red sun. So let's talk a little bit about this concept of rags to riches. You hear that a lot of these stories. Do you believe anyone can go from rags to riches?
Absolutely. 100%. And everybody in my book became one of those people. They all started off very humble beginnings. some of them struggling financially with their families to, put food on the table. And they had a passion inside of them. And really, it took them they were very methodical about what they wanted to do. And they actually, without knowing it, were kind of developing a business plan in their heads or portions of it. So a lot of them would write down what their goals, they wanted their, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10-year goals, and then what steps they needed to take to get there. And if something wasn't working, they would like scratch that. Okay, that's not working. What else do I need to do? So all of them were very motivated in where they wanted to take their career, and again, thought it out very methodically. None of them were just, I'd like to do, hair extensions for all the celebrities in, California. But, and I think them doing that and their stories, because each chapter is about one of them. And I talk about, their highs, their lows, their strengths, their weaknesses. So they tell all about their life, their story, and how they made it. And then this book is, my industry is a beauty industry, but this book goes to anybody who is in a business, because
it can be applied to that. Yeah,
exactly. The marketing, the P&L, the branding and expanding, skills to pay your bills, what you're good at, who's your niche client. It really takes you from even a beginner who's trying to start off to anybody who's trying to hit the $1 million mark. And I wanted it to be the book fun, informational, and learning. But then what I did is I took the book and I made a course, a module course, and it has everything I've actually done for my business, or I've given and done with my consulting clients in the course itself. So
that's amazing.
Yes.
That's why I was like, oh, I think I need to take that course. After I said that, I was like, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So great. And then what did you share your own story in your book also? So share a little bit about your own story, because it really seems like this book is collaboration, and you're really uplifting others and sharing that it's not just about you and all, you're just so giving and amazing, and you want to uplift your industry. Is that part of the reason why you published it?
Yeah. So my thing was, when I was doing consulting for individual clients, I love them. And I love watching them take their struggles and turning them around, and having them and their team become so much happier. They're running their business better. They're making more money. They're making better financial decisions. Now they're living a lifestyle they want, and they're excited to really live. So they can see, I'm working my butt off, and now it's really paying off. So in our industry, it's pretty difficult, because half of what we take in, we have to give out in commissions and payroll. And so we're the one business that has that pretty much no other business has. So when I was doing consulting, I was like, I wish I could change our industry. We have amazing people in our industry, and they're phenomenal at their niche. I interviewed Damon Roberts for Eyebrows. I have a groomer who started out as a model, now is a groomer to Tom Hanks. I mean, I have these huge people, and their gift was phenomenal to them, but they didn't know how to run a business. And that's really what happens in our industry. And in our industry, we're right behind restaurants, where we're the second business to close right after restaurants. So within the first 5 years, at least 25%.
Oh, you mean statistically, not just because of COVID or any pandemic or anything, just in general.
In general. Now, because of COVID, 33% of all salons and spas closed just because they were financially couldn't do it. And that was because they weren't set up properly in their business. And the other thing is, only 1.7% of all salon and spas hit the $1 million mark. And yet there's millions and millions of people in our industry working their butt off, but just not getting the financial abundance to live the lifestyle they want. So that was my big thing. And I loved helping people, but I wanted to like really change our industry as a whole. I wanted to say, okay, here, and I've made many mistakes, so I've learned. And I want people to save time, save money, get to, where I got in 20 years, have them get there in maybe 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to give as much information back that I learned, and hopefully be part of changing, the beauty industry as a whole.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, so let's hear a little bit about your own story. So how old were your kids when you decided you wanted to start your own business? I want to hear a little bit about that. Being a mom. And
I'm a mom first. I tell everybody,
mom entrepreneur.
Always the mom first.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was actually going through a great deal of infertility. So I didn't even have my first child yet.
Okay.
And so I was just kind of setting myself up for it.
But you were married, you had a partner.
Yeah, my husband and I, we did tons of infertility, and I was just like, and I think I also was working a lot and I needed to pull back and really reset me.
Because that can limit your fertility if you're stressed. I agree.
Yep. And so it was kind of like, I need to change my life if I want this in my life.
Yeah. You need to make space for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just like, and I had a really good career, making a lot of money, but I'm like, I want to be a mom. So it was kind of like all at the same time. And so I started, the business, and it was right out of my home because I was hoping sooner than later. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So so my idea was work, 2.5 days a week, have someone come into my house. My baby's always with me and I know exactly what's going on. And so I did that. At one point I did get pregnant. And then at one point at 13 weeks, the first day of my 13th week, they put me on bed rest at home. So I brought somebody into my house to take care of my clients. And then at 21 weeks, I went into the hospital and stayed there till the duration. So I had to stop the business, but it was what it was. And then brought the baby home. And when I was back on my feet, I started up again. And so for a couple of years, it was like the perfect thing. And I did it. And then my business started really growing. And I'm like,
you started building a reputation and getting more clients. Yeah. And what were you doing at that time? Was that everything? Was it waxing? What were you doing?
I was mostly doing mostly electrolysis, and I got a waxing license. So they could come to me, and waxing was, not waxing, but electrolysis was really big. It was before the lasers for hair removal. So it was the only FDA approved way to get rid of hair permanently.
Oh yeah. So it was hot at that time.
Yes, it really was. So
was that when was that? Do you remember?
When I started?
Yeah.
Let's see. Probably 1999. 2000.
Yeah. Late 90s. Yeah. So you were on the cutting edge of that, really.
Yes. Because I actually watched lasers be introduced and come in. And the first, 6 to 9 years of all the lasers starting, they really weren't effective. They were like even more like a treatment was crazy, thousands of dollars, and the results were terrible. So I actually watched and studied it as it came bigger and bigger. So then at one point I'm like, okay, I'm working, long 2.5 days, and I'm back to back to back. And I'm thinking at this point now, I need to really take my business out of my home. It's too much. I just wanted my home life now to be more private and stuff. So I thought, okay, I'm ready for a next little step. So I bought a spa, just a little spa.
Because at that point you weren't thinking, oh, I want to be rich, or you didn't have like big goals. You're just thinking, like, okay, I want to stay with my baby. And
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still want to, I mean, I didn't want to go somewhere every day still, but I wanted to take my business and incorporate it into another business with other people. So I bought a spa, and it was 30 days from bankruptcy. Thank God I bought an asset business. So that didn't affect me. But what it did affect me is I needed to come in, and there was like 8 employees at the time. I needed to have a conversation and say, listen, I know you're not aware, but you're 30 days from being closed. I bought it. I want to turn it around, but we're going to have to, bond together fairly quickly in order to make this happen.
Yeah.
So so
you had to buy their trust. They had to
yeah, because I was even going to change how they were being paid. And if I was changing really everything. But the thing about it was I was changing the way they're going to be paid, but they were going to end up making more money, which they did right away. Of course, trying to convince them that was a little bit of, little tough, but we did it. And within the end of that first year, we made a profit of $250,000.
Amazing. And then you were able to invest in.
Yes. So, my long-term goal was always to, if I'm going to have a business, I want to buy the building. I want the building as the asset. I don't want to be paying somebody else, my rents every month. So one of the things I always did was kept reinvesting into the business, putting more money back in. Whereas a lot of people, when they start making money, they start spending all their money.
That's right.
Yes.
Yep.
So I kept saving, and then
that takes patience and discipline and discernment. And I mean, your accounting really must have come into play at this point.
Oh, it did. And to be quite honest, if I didn't have my accounting background, I wouldn't have been as successful. I would have had even more challenges and struggles. So, and even my mindset, a lot of people, their mindset is, well, so we'll buy. We need this. My employees are always coming to me, Karen, we need this. We need that. I'm like, we may need it, but let me see if we can afford it. And we go back to the financial.
Yeah.
Now we can afford it. And no, we can't buy that $7,000 bed you want your clients to lay on yet. No.
Right. the crystal beds or whatever they might be. They have those amethyst and jade. Oh, yeah. I've tried all those things. So that's really interesting. So then tell me about this journey then. So then your child's getting older and you built this wonderful, successful spa. Like, how did you market and get the word out? Did you do old school marketing, referrals, and
both? So when I first took on the small spa, I knew immediately they kind of were almost known as like a discount place to make it. So we needed to change it. So we need to rebrand immediately. So, I got everyone together and we sat down, and I wanted to know what their thoughts are, how we as a group, what is our message going to be? And at the time it was like, isn't it the time to put a little luxe in your life, a little luxury? And what were our colors? What was our branding? What was our message? So we started doing that. And then with that, we kept changing we changed our message. We brought in higher end products, higher end services. So we really took what it was and let that go and rebranded it to something new. So So we did that, and we did loyalty programs. We did big events where we'd have our vendors come in, and we had goodie bags. We have a big event. It's called our annual Stars event, and those are our clients come in. It's usually the first Saturday in December, and we put out a huge spread of food, gift bags, drawings, 20% off in our boutique and our everything. And so that's really nice. So we started doing that. We have our wellness nights. So we started just bringing people in for information and bringing friends, cheese and crackers and stuff like that to learn more. So we pretty much tried everything and anything. And, if it worked, great, we stuck with it. If we didn't, check, we tried, the results were terrible, move on, kind of thing. So that was one thing. And then really with the spa, I knew I needed a salon because that they just go together. And so space came available, and then I put on a salon with next to my, the spa. And then in 2008, I brought on a laser. It was finally a laser that was really good.
Oh, you're waiting for that. And salon, just for clarification, does that mean hair?
Yep. So
Okay.
spa is body, face, eyelashes.
Spa is everything else. Okay.
Salon is all your hair services. And then I brought on the laser because then we could do electrolysis, laser, and waxing. So we have all the bases covered. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. And how did you decide on these beauty icons? Did you know them? Did you research them and then ask them if you could share their story?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I had my group of friends, my employees sat down, they gave me names. I had my group of friends sit down, give me names. My daughter at the time was 19 or 20. I had her friends sit down and give me names because I wanted it to be like, across the board. And I wanted people in every little aspect of it. So I have groomers, I have eyebrow people, I have people in business, I have people in med spas.
I see. So you wanted a variety so people could relate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have people who started some of the beauty schools. I wanted it to encompass the entire beauty industry. And so we came up with a list, and I put a whole media package together, and I found out who they are, or not who they are, but who their agents were, and sent stuff to them and their agents, and basically bugged them until they said yes. And it was so funny. I mean, they were so humbling and down to earth and sweet. And it was like, I remember at one point I was trying to get them to commit to doing interviews during their the Academy season where they're doing all the award shows.
Oh, yeah.
And they kept going, we have all these shows. And I finally was like, I'm sorry, what shows are you referring to? And they're like, the Met Gala, the Tony Awards, the Grammy Award. And I'm like, oh, now I get it. So I had to wait until the season was over for a few of them. But yeah, I mean, there was people I wanted, and I begged.
Yeah. So how do you get in touch with their agents? Just, someone, or is there like a database? Yeah.
Yeah. Deep dive into it and find out, and just keep going and looking.
Determination.
Yeah.
Okay. So say someone's in their first year of business, what would be like a step-by-step guide to get from rags to riches?
First of all, I think I would read the book to give
read the book first. Okay. Everybody get that book because it'll give you the guidance.
Mm-hmm. And it helps you really do you want a partner? There's a chapter on, do you want a partner, or section, do you want a partner? Is a partner good for you? I mean, there's things you're thinking about. So it just helps you start in your head, kind of answering and ticking off questions.
Yeah. And thinking about the possibilities, because that's how they did it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and then there's assessments, so you read about the individual, and then there's assessments. What are the 3 top things that you would do under skills to pay the bills? So when you open your door, how are you going to get that first bit of money in? So I would read the book, and then literally in your head, kind of sketch out as much notes as what you want or what you don't want. So I knew what I wanted, and I also had a list of what I didn't want. And then from there, honestly, I would go to the course. It basically takes you through a business plan and all the important components of running a business. And it's like, I've had a few people who were starting a business and did it. And I said, now this isn't a course that you throw away once you do it. I suggest people go back to it every year, because you'll knock things off your list that you did, and now you're ready for the next level in there. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's amazing. So everybody can go through that. And do you think it's important to set goals or have a bigger vision for your business or like a purpose? Like, do you think
Yes.
that's important?
Yes. So I talk about even like your mission statement, your vision. What are your 3 or 4 words that describe your business? You really have to get lasered focus on that, because a lot of people in our beauty industry, the one thing they'll do is they want to open their doors, and whether they do eyebrows or hair or nails.
Yeah, they
And
just want to like get going,
yes,
right? Yeah,
but
okay.
the thing is, they don't even know who their clientele is. They think anybody who wants to get a haircut is their ideal client, and it's truly not. The more detailed you can get to your ideal person, so you, like in the book, there's a niche client form to fill out. By the time it's done, you'll know what where they like to eat, what they like to do in their free time, what their hobbies, sports are. And it gets really particular. So you market to those individuals. And when you market to a real detailed individuals, those are the clients that will love you, will pay your prices, will buy retail from you. Those are the clients that are going to tell their friends about you. And then as your ideal clients are so excited about you, they tell others, and others will come and find you. It's huge. It's usually never done. So that is one. If you're marketing to everyone, no one will come.
Okay, well, that's powerful words. Was there one beauty icon that really stood out for you as inspiring? Like you never thought they could make it and they're just super successful?
A lot of them. A
Oh,
lot.
wow.
But I will tell you, Damone Roberts, by far, at one point had me and my assistant crying.
Oh,
And then at another point having us laughing so hard. And he was just so him, so original. He had his own integrity. One time he one of his people that he thought was his idol in life was Oprah.
okay.
And Oprah came to have her eyebrows done by him.
Oh
And
my God.
oh yeah.
That's like he made it, right? When he got
That's
Oprah,
what he's thinking.
yeah.
And so he's talking to Oprah, and he first time meeting him, so he doesn't want to launch into, you've been my idol forever and ever.
Right,
And blah, blah, blah.
right. So that was what he did. He did like a threading or what kind of thing, or
No,
waxing?
he is the guru, so he'll sculpt them, make them kind of shape your entire face.
Okay.
So
Sculpting them. Okay.
Yep. And he has his own lines. I mean, he's just everywhere and anywhere. And so finally he was comfortable to say, one of my best friends passed away recently, and he was very sick, but he found enjoyment in watching your show every day. So we'd watch it together. And
That is so sweet of him to say.
And so she was so touched by it. She says, "How is his mom doing?" And he goes, "She's trying, not well." And so he said, "Do you think I could have her address? I would love to send her a note." And he goes, "Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be fantastic." And he goes, and so they grew up right around each other. He goes, "Yeah, you just go right down the street, turn left, and he's the third house." She goes, "Well, what's the address?" He goes, "I don't know. I don't think I've ever sent him anything." So she's like, "Well, do you think I could call her?" He goes, "Yeah, I have the phone number." So he happens to call this woman.
I love this story.
And he says, "I have someone here who would like to speak to you. It's Oprah." And the mom goes, "Damone, that's not funny." And he goes, "No, really." And so Oprah took the phone and just ended up she goes, "Can I go out back and just, talk with this woman?" And the woman's like, "Yeah." And she went out there in the back alley and spoke to this woman for like a half an hour and prayed with her. And the way he's telling me this story, I'm like crying. And he's
Oh
like,
my
and I
God.
just thought, oh my God, wow. It was really, so his story. And then there was a story about Madonna he told later that he went to her house. It took him like an hour to get through security. And they finally got through, and he's staying in the kitchen, and there's probably like 12 people dressed in suits, all security, all with, they're mic'd up and stuff. And so Madonna was finishing up a manicure at the table, and she says to Damone, "You over here now." And Damone went, he goes, "I clutched my pearls." I didn't even know what that meant. That means he grabbed his pearls and his necklace, and he was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. I don't speak to you like that, and I'm not going to have you speak to me like that." So and I'm like, "I love it, Madonna." And so like our faces are huge, and he goes, "Oh yes." So Madonna looks him up and down and goes, "I like you. Come on, friends." And like all the security people were like giggling, laughing, almost like trying not to laugh and stuff like that.
Because that's how she probably talks to everyone there.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, that's guts. I mean, I could never have done that. And he's like, "Oh no, 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 no. We're even. We are in life here together. We just have different jobs." So
wow. Yeah. That incredible amount of self-worth.
Huge.
And value that he has for himself to be able to speak up to Madonna with all the security, not knowing if they're all going to like jump on him for speaking back. I've had other people on my show that have talked about Oprah and her heart and how she remembers things and will refer back to it every time she sees them, like just amazing, and it's like you would think that watching her, that she is authentic and genuine and everything, as well as a great businesswoman, but it just warms my heart to know that she still has that incredible giving, loving personality.
Yeah. I mean, it was one of the moments in the entire book that I was like so grateful for being able to hear a little portion of that, to think, wow, this woman is who she is, and, just will reach out and help.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. So what's your daughter up to? Is she following in your footsteps of entrepreneurship?
No. So funny that when my husband and I decided to buy, we bought our big building, and I rent out 6,000 square feet, and 9,000 is the home to Lux Salon Spa and Laser Center. In the middle of this process, we got a call that we adopted a baby. So in like all of a sudden, we're tearing down stuff, and I get a newborn baby girl, and I had 20,
from where? Just locally?
Yeah. It was through a Catholic Family Services.
Oh, got it. So not like an international. Yeah.
No. And so, you go, you meet, you say yes. And they said, "Would you like to meet her tomorrow?" And I'm like, "No, I have no baby stuff in my house. None. No." So in the midst of all that, all of a sudden I have to, my husband and I go home and tell my older one, "You're going to be a sister." She knew about the process, and we need to go to Babies R Us right now because we don't have a thing. So it was and then, we got her, and I'm carrying her around, and I'm putting the electrical marks on the walls where I want plugs and stuff. So it was kind of crazy at that time, but it was like, the best thing ever. So I have two girls. They're 10 years apart, but they're, they are my life. So.
Oh, wonderful. So your older girl, how old is she? She's like
22.
20s. Okay. So what's she doing with her life?
She just graduated from the University of Alabama, and she's going to PA school.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Yes. That's a great career. I'm an occupational therapist, so I know about PAs. I'm sure they're in high demand right now.
Yeah. So she's doing that. My younger one is going to be going into 7th grade. she loves animals. So I could see her doing something with animals.
Oh, that's wonderful. My daughter loves animals too. If we're ever talking to her like, oh, Sierra likes animals, she'll be like, no, I love animals. And she goes to a farm every week and she bottle feeds like baby sheep. So she gets to be with a lot of animals. She's pretty happy. We live in Colorado, so there's a lot of farms around here.
Oh, nice. My
Yeah.
daughter would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. So, so yeah, and what's your vision for the future of Luxe? Because do you ever think about franchising your business model or what's next for you?
Well, right now, next for me, I think that maybe down the road a little bit. My younger daughter has ADHD really bad. My husband and I don't, so it was new to us. That's actually my clothing line, how it came about, Be a Badass, because I told my girls what, and I don't look at it as these are bad things, having ADHD. It's her special gift. That's why.
It is a gift. Absolutely.
And that's how we always talk about it. And so, I'm not sure if college will be her thing. And if it's not, like going to vet tech or doing something like that, I wanted to start a foundation for kids who want to go aesthetic school, cos school, vet tech. And so it's Be a Badass. And the slogan is, dream big, swing big in life, play big, or live big. And so I want her to know that, whatever it is you love, you're gonna just follow your passion and you'll find happiness doing that. So that was it. And so she would like to do a podcast with me and her.
Oh, awesome. Do you have a podcast right now?
I don't. I've done a TED Talk and I've done a bunch of other things, but that's what we want to do. She wants to do it. So, and she would love to get girls around her age, 12, 13, or guys, boys, to be part of it. So like she could talk about, what helps her, what doesn't help her, what her struggles are.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, more for like the kids to talk about amongst themselves as like a group. So that's on my plate next.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So she's really confident and powerful, wanting to do her own show.
Yeah, she's a little but mighty, we call her, little but mighty, and she's got a big personality. So,
it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, she's very caring and nurturing, and very much so. So yeah, I think she would love to get other people who have it, that they can kind of talk and form their own like friendship group and stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be so much fun for you guys to have that like bonding experience. But yeah, I was just wondering because I saw the future of your spa just everywhere. Anyway.
Well, it is something I have thought about, franchising it, and because I could really write up, every accounts payables, accounts receivables, and I could really document all that. So it would be here, and let me help you do it.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be really good at that. Wow. So is there anything else that you want to share today with our audience? Anything inspiring, anything else?
No, I think whatever gifts you have, like I believe everyone has, multiple gifts, and to give back or to share with others, I think that's huge. I hope that someday I inspire people in the industry to lead a better lifestyle, be happier, have more financial freedom. So, that is my goal. I want to help change the industry with that. So there's that. And in here, whatever you are right now, I always tell people, don't look at the end game. Start making your little steps. Like, I want to, whatever it is you want to do, write out steps, and every day just move forward a little bit, because over a week, a month, a quarter, a year, you would move forward up quite a bit. So
Mm.
don't get in the overwhelm. Just start taking steps towards it.
Yes. Yeah, that's great advice and inspiring. What is Zen success to you?
Oh, when you're in a happy place, you have a happy heart, you're grateful, thankful for the life you lead. Um, when people say, what would you change in my life? Nothing. I love every part of it. Cherish what you have. To me, my kids, my family, the fact that I do so much with them, that is like Zen success. When I go to bed, I'm fulfilled and I'm happy. And I'm grateful and thankful. I have a beautiful family and I'm doing what I do.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that you said in the beginning, I'm a mom first. And it's like with all of your success, you never lost sight of what was really important to you. You didn't lose yourself in that. And I am just so inspired by that.
No, I am definitely the house which had the senior ball, the junior prom, the big parties, everyone hangs out with and stuff. So yeah, that's there'll be times I'm making dinner and all of a sudden I know we have like 10 extra people for dinner and it's okay.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I love that. And that is, I just love being a part of all their lives and their friends' lives. So yeah. That's my thing.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, it's been such a pleasure connecting with you and hearing about your book and your course, Rags to Riches. So I'll put your website and how to order your book in the show notes. Well, thanks for being on my show today, Karen. I really
Thank
appreciate
you so much. And congratulations to you for everything you're doing and accomplishing and stuff like that. That's amazing. So congratulations as well.
Thank you. I received that. Have a blessed day.
Thanks, you too.
That's it for today's episode of Zen Success. Head on over to iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you listen to shows. Subscribe to the show and share with friends. Be sure to head on over to ZenSuccessShow.com to help you on your Zen success journey. And join us on the next episode. May you find your own Zen success in life.
With the state of today's economy, it is more important than ever to invest in products that last for years to come. As the seasons shift and get cooler, make sure your closet is stocked with durable layers that stand the test of time from American Giant. American Giant's clothes work harder and are wearable season after season. Their greatest hoodie ever made is made of the highest quality materials that are cut and sewn right here in the United States. So you're investing right back into your local community. Choosing American Giant means taking a stand for American manufacturing and hardworking Americans, something other mega corporations don't care about. From fleece to knit, all in a range of colors for versatile daily wear, American Giant delivers everyday pieces designed for everyday life. Feel the difference of quality made-to-last clothes from American Giant. Get 20% off your first order with code STAPLE20 at American-Giant.com. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com with code STAPLE20.